So welcome to the session today. It's going to be a really good session. We're going to go through the brand new Sales and Success Center and give you a really nice overview of really the benefits that you're going to have within there. We're going to try not to keep it as a training session today, so it's really just focusing on the benefits and the individual kind of parts. So the new Sales and Success Center will help you streamline your sales pipeline and align all of your tasks. Really just setting you guys up for success, which is what we want. You'll be able to find and nurture leads with intent and move them all through the sales funnel faster, and you'll be able to prioritize the right opportunities at the right time to accelerate your business growth. So without further ado, we're going to dive straight into the platform. So let me just share my screen here. And for those of you who haven't seen this, the Sales and Success Center is this here. So we do have two brands. If you're a full pivot partner, you will get a full pivot version of this as well. And I'm just going to go through multiple sections of here, starting off with the very first thing you want to do, which is creating accounts. So whereas previously to having a system like this, we've had to do a lot of investigation and preparation and qualifying prospects. It's now a very, very simple process. So all we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into here and just create an account up at the top of the screen here. There's two ways that we can create an account. The first one is to search for a specific business. Let's do the first one that comes into my head. It's all powered by Google here. So we can just grab the business name. And if you search for a specific business, you'll also be able to add in up to 3 competitors to align with kind of richer sets of data for later on when we do reports. We're not going to do that right now because we would really want to be finding out which 3 competitors are the main competitors for that particular customer. What we'll do is we'll go into the general search and we'll just do a very simple search for food in Oundle, where I live. So you can see, again, we've got a whole list of restaurants in the sort of town where I live, and we can just go and pick any of these really. I'll just pick the very top one, click continue, and that is going to pull all of the information into here. So all of this data now is auto-filled. It's saving you a lot of time and effort on that research side. So you can see here, this is the anchor data. We want to get this as accurate as possible, but you can see it's all been filled in with the business name, the categories, the address here. We do get a preview of that address as well. We've got the website URL, the business phone number, and we can optionally open up the full business profile to add additional data if we want to. That's things like social media accounts and other such things. But again, the system will find as much of this information as possible, and it will pull that in for you here. So just scrolling down to the bottom of this page, you can see here there are 5 products. Now you're going to hear Zach and I referring to these 5 products as the local business online toolkit. To help you acquire customers, we provided you with the opportunity to deliver free versions of these products to your prospects. There's no charge to you at all for these, and these are worth well over £1,000 a year to a client. These products are going to open doors for you and opportunities to start meaningful conversations with prospects that you may not have been able to find before. So once we've got all that information in and we're happy, don't worry about this account at the bottom. It's just some stuff I've been doing earlier on this account. All we're going to do is just click create at the bottom there. So before continuing on to this section, I just want to move over to the price list. I just want to give you a little bit of an overview of the prices that we would be charging the clients for this. So as we said before, those 5 free products, they don't cost you anything, and they don't, you can give them to the customer to open these doors and to help them with their how they're positioned online. So you can see here we've got customer voice, reputation management, social marketing, advertising intelligence, and listing builder. You can see there's no cost to set up or publish. Each of these are marked by Express. So Express is free. The Express versions are described as a freemium product. A freemium product is a sort of a mix between free and premium, and each one of these products will have a clear upgrade path to allow you to charge the customers for a pro version. The pro version gives them additional benefits to the free one. So you can see here, if we take the customer voice, for example, Express version, which is the freemium version, is obviously free, doesn't cost you anything from head office. If you upgrade that customer to pro, we charge you £10 per month. Now, we would recommend that you charge somewhere in the region of £35 per month from that, but everything is set up as contact sales within the sales center. So actually, you're free to charge whatever price you want. You can see with reputation management, again, Express is free. We would charge you £15 a month for activating Reputation Management Pro for a client, and we would recommend that you charge around the £40 per month mark. The social marketing product, I don't know, there's a few partners here that are going to give us some feedback a little bit later on in the session today. I've personally found this one an extremely effective product for potential customers already, and I've already had multiple customers looking to upgrade to the pro version of this. There's a lot of benefit with this one. Express is free, and the pro version is £12.50 per month. That is your charge from head office. Again, we would recommend that you charge somewhere in the region of £35 per month. The advertising intelligence, this is really for pulling all of their adverts together, and it's a free one to set up, but there's advanced reporting that you can add for £10 per month, and we recommend that you would charge £25. Finally, with Listing Builder, we have add-ons to sync their core business data across up to 40 different listing sites on the web. We charge you £20 per month for that, and we would recommend that you charge somewhere in the region of 40. So we're going to give you a quick overview of these 5 products in the Business Center later on in the session today, and over the course of the next few weeks, we'll be doing further sessions which will be a little bit more detailed on some of these. We also have some really good videos that Zak's created on every single one of these 5 products and what the pro versions can give you. But at the end of the session today, I will also be sharing those training videos with you. Some good margins here for you to offer to clients. And of course, there's an opportunity to bundle some of these together with a little bit of discount if you want to. So we'll also be distributing this price list via email after the meeting with a brief video overview of these sections that I've just gone through now. We'll probably go through, I think we might have time to go through one kind of decent sized demo of one of these products today, probably social marketing, just to give you a bit more insight into the pro versions there. So let me just head back to the account section here. And you can see that there's now 3 options. The first is generate a snapshot report. This is going to be an 8-page detailed report of everything that business is doing online. So it covers Google profile, it covers these online listings, website, SEO, and more. This is going to be your crown jewel. This is going to be your conversation starter, and we're going to go into this in a little bit more depth fairly shortly. So you're going to be your secret weapon. It's powered by AI and machine learning, and is a very powerful way of creating these meaningful conversations with prospects. We can add a contact for the business, fairly straightforward. Contact details, phone number, name, email address. And then we can also create an opportunity to add to our sales pipeline. Later on, we'll be going into this in a little bit more detail as well. This all has a baked-in CRM that you can access for your prospects. So this will be keeping track of your accounts and managing the potential revenue that you've got coming in over the coming months. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to go into a bit more detail on the snapshot report. I'm not going to generate one now because they do take up to 24 hours to fully propagate with all the different parts of information across the web. So rather than doing that, I'm just going to go back to my accounts nav on the left-hand side. And we can see I've got I've got 33 accounts in here, showing 25 on the first page. And straight away, you'll notice these two flames on Charlie Miller. This is part of the lead scoring, which we'll come to again a little bit later on. I love the lead scoring. That's really exciting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Swindon Wildcats here as an example. And you can see there's a button here that says view the snapshot report. This snapshot report in question has been generated a little while ago. So we're just going to take this as an example. But what this does is it gives the business a score from A to F on the various different parts within their business. I'm just going to open this up a little bit further. And this is essentially what the client is going to see. This, by the way, this snapshot report is all going to be automatically baked into your email marketing campaigns. And again, we're going to move on to that fairly shortly. So as we mentioned before, this snapshot report is going to be your secret weapon. It's going to open up those meaningful conversations with prospects, and the creation of this report is powered by AI and machine learning. The system generates pages and pages of insights for the business, and it often uncovers things that the business doesn't even know about themselves. The benefit to you is a very, very powerful prospecting tool, and the objective is to find these areas of the business that are underperforming. So in that, you can help step in and help them with those solutions. You can position yourself as a trusted expert and show how you can solve challenges that the business is facing. So we're just going to start at the top. We're just going to move down the snapshot report here. Obviously, we get an overall score and we get the different rankings for the different elements that we're looking at. There are a couple of additional elements here that I've turned off for this particular report. As the partner, you're actually able to go in here and modify the report a little bit and just make it fit for each client that you're going to be prospecting. So when we created the account initially, we pulled in all the business information. And in that business information, we can change any elements we want at the account creation stage. You can see these business details here, and these are reflecting what we have, the information that we have within that account creation stage. So just to give you a little bit of an overview, I'm going to just touch on the review section and the website section of this snapshot report. You can either click these from the left or you can just scroll down. So first of all, reviews. Straight away, we can see that we have found 95 Google reviews, but actually the number of review sources is only one. We all know that there are different places to find reviews, whether that is Yale.com, whether it's Facebook, it could be TripAdvisor. So the more places they have review sources on, the better. However, we can see that they've got 95 reviews, which is great, versus the industry average for this type of business of 30. So yes, they're above the industry average. However, they're quite a long way off the industry leaders. We can see that even with those 95 reviews, if we look at reviews per month over the last 6 months, they're actually quite low. And again, if we compare that to the industry leaders getting nearly 13 reviews per month, we could see that there could be some work there to be done. All of these elements that we're pointing out to the business are helped by these 5 free products that we'll give them in the business center. So we'll cover those a little bit later on. But straight away, we get a nice bit of insight into how this business is doing for reviews. And they're not always as rosy as this one, I might add. Moving down to the website section. And by the way, the client can see a quick overview video of each one of these sections at the top of each box there. When we go down to the website section here, we can see straight away that we're not finding a business address on their website. Compared to the industry average, the size of the homepage is actually quite large, probably 3 times larger than the average, or over 3 times larger, which could be slowing the page down. We can see other than that, there are some good elements to this website. However, we're getting a D overall for this website. We're getting an A for the content, which is good. So where is it falling down? Well, if we move down the report, we can see that straight away, that it's the performance that is slowing it down. So it could be the way that the website is built, the platform that the website is built on. It could be that the size of the homepage is too big, or it could be a combination of both. Either way, this positions us really nicely to go in and start, looking at prospecting them for an easy site, which we all know are lightning fast, and that is one of the key elements that we would be selling. So we can see straight away we've got a high or a very slow page speed, nearly 6 seconds, across the two. And we can see more information down here on the core web vitals. It does go into more details from there if you want to investigate that further and get a bit more granular. But straight away, we can see that it is the speed really that's getting hit here. So large content and a slow load speed, which obviously is not great for Google, as page speed is one of their main ranking algorithms. As I said, there's tutorial videos on each one of these sections in more granular detail, which I'll be sharing with you at the end of the session just now. But to be successful with this snapshot report, it is really critical that you guys become an expert. Those 9 snapshot report courses will detail every single element here, as I said, and they will focus on how you can leverage this technology to get more sales. So we do have snapshot report showcase here. I'm going to share this in the chat with you. Don't worry too much about saving this right now. It's just a bit of a reference there. At the end of this session, we have also created a brand new set of bookmarks, which has all this inclusive within there. Okay, so we're going to go back to the Sales and Success Center now. And we're going to have a look at some of the other elements on here, including the email marketing and the automated emails that we can send out. So Zach, I was going to pass over to you to just start with the email marketing, if that's okay.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you for that introduction, Richard.
Let me stop my share here.
So the Sales and Success Center is really filling a gap within the business model, if truth be told, because we've got all the great products out there. We've got all of our solutions, we've got the apps, we've got the sites, we've got the SEO. But the Sales and Success Center is designed to help you prospect to leads that are hot and to target those businesses that are ready to buy. And the reason why Richard jumped into the snapshot report is because it's a key part of the email marketing that I'm going to go into right now. And just a quick note on the snapshot report. So the amount of data that is gathered for the business is amazing. Like there's between 9 and 12 pages of data that is gathered. And you can do this with one click. It takes about 24 hours to compile that data. And without the system, you would need data analysts, designers, technical experts, and a team to bring it all together. This snapshot report is just an amazing way to start that conversation with local businesses. So once you run the snapshot report, well, how do you start the conversation? When you're in the CRM, I take it you can all see my screen here. Yeah. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're in the CRM, what you can do here within the Sales and Success Center is that you can trigger email marketing campaigns. And what we've done is we've assembled and curated content that you can leverage straight out of the box. And the way that it works, let's say, for example, you're targeting Charlie Miller and you say, okay, what I want to do is I want to potentially introduce them to mobile apps. So what we've got here is a series of 5 emails that have been put together where, and you can see here at the very top, event 1 of 5. So that's the first email that will go out. And it's a really well-crafted email. And you know what, guys, if you have any suggestions, by all means, do share them with us. When they click on Discover More, it'll take the business owner directly through to the business center. And I'm going to be covering that shortly. And if you click on the arrow at the top, you can see email number 2. And this is where they can download case studies directly from here. And every time they interact with the emails, we register that as an interaction. And we are able to identify which leads are hot and which leads aren't. And I'll show you that in just a moment. But you can see that they've been put together really nicely. So the first 3 options are mobile apps, websites, and then SEO. When you log in, once you sign up for this, you'll be able to go through and toggle through the emails yourself. Now, the snapshot report is essentially designed to be that ultimate conversation starter with prospects, because essentially what you're doing is that you're providing them with a whole load of data and information. And in a lot of cases, they don't even know this about themselves. So we've got campaigns in here. So there's one here, acquisition, local marketing snapshot. And these campaigns are designed to get your prospect to click on information that you're providing to them. So you run the snapshot report, and then you run an email marketing campaign to that particular business. And they can click on their report and open it up and view it at any time. And you can see here, this is event 1 of 4. If you go into email number 2, which goes out a week later, is worded slightly differently. They can view their report there. If you go into email number 3, it talks about the websites, again, driving them to the report. Now, within here, there's quite a lot of different campaigns that you can go through. And of course, I can't go through all of these today. And we're planning on adding additional campaigns to the automated email marketing. Keep in mind that the email marketing that's built into this is free and it's unlimited. Now, what happens is that when a prospect clicks on a link, or when a prospect looks at the snapshot report, you are notified by email. And it tells you, in this case, here's an example, someone from Charlie Miller viewed a package in your store. I'll explain to you what that means in just a moment. Or they took action on your latest email campaign. So that's really good insight that you can get on any account that you're targeting. Here's another one. Someone viewed a package or took action on your campaign. So this is the full pivot version. This is another one, clicked on a campaign. And this one is, it might be a good time to start a conversation. Now, what happens is that when somebody does start clicking on a campaign, we register that with flames. So 0 flames being almost no activity to 3 flames being a lot of activity. And the more flames that they are, the more ready the prospect is for you to reach out to them and start talking to them about how you can help them solve some of their business problems. So if I go and open up, I'll give you an example, AMS. You spell it, AMS Aesthetics, here we go. When you click into any one of the business profiles and you scroll down, if you've launched any campaigns for that business, you can see that here. You can even see any recent activity that that customer has carried out when you've been drip feeding them with this marketing content. Really, really useful insight. You can also add notes, so you can log any interactions that you have with the business. And you can also look at some of the free products or some of the paid products if they've upgraded for them. You can see them all listed down here. So it's a really, really fantastic way for you to be able to get that insight, see which businesses are interacting and are ready for you to reach out to, and which businesses have not looked at anything. Because of course, you want to be focusing your time and effort on those that are ready to be contacted. Moving on from the contact side, there's also a pipeline section within the Sales and Success Center. And
Jack, could I ask a question?
you can.
Just very briefly, you were saying there about the emails all being available and free and all the rest of it.
Mhm.
I assume the whole thing would, like, if you say something like Chip, what you call the monkey. MailChimp, yeah.
It's slightly different from MailChimp in that in MailChimp, what you can, in MailChimp, what you can do, you can create your own. I'm sorry?
This is all free inside the
Yes.
Easy platform now. So you wouldn't have to be doing any of this in one of these other platforms at all.
No.
Okay.
No, it's all built in. And
can I just add something as well?
Mhm.
That you know, we've seen 4 or 5 times more engagement through these email campaigns that are built in with you know, the snapshot reports than standard email marketing. And I can tell you that every single one of these 33 accounts at some point has been 2 flames at least, you know, because they've all engaged with content, every single one of them, and those flames die down over time, which is why you're not seeing them all now.
That's right.
There's degradation over time, so we don't just keep the flames there all the time. And if you go to we've got a help desk that we've created for this as well. Maybe Richard, you can get that URL up on your screen. Maybe we can show it further on in the presentation.
Yeah, I will do.
The difference between MailChimp and something like this, Tony, is that with MailChimp, you might say, hey, you know what, I'm going to send out a circular to everybody about X, and you can craft out an email and do a mass broadcast. This is not like that. Up here, we've got curated content that you can literally trigger. And these are series of campaigns that are ready-made.
I understand the mail sequence thing, but normally you have to, you buy like MailChimp or something, you pay for that, you only have so many emails, there's a whole bunch of other things that you're doing. You have to build all those sequences yourself. So I understand.
That's why we're so awesome, Tony.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this is all built in, and there's no additional cost for that.
Thank you.
But also within your Sales and Success Center, you have a pipeline section here as well. And the pipeline section is where you can actually manage every single one of the prospects that you're targeting. And it's broken down into 4 columns: lead, contact, qualified, and proposal. You can create an opportunity up at the top right, or even when you create an account for the very first time, you should be creating an opportunity for that particular account. And as you're taking the business through the process from lead, contact, qualified, and proposal, you should be dragging these over and moving them over to the relevant stage. There's a lot more that sits behind this, and I'm not going to go into that just now. We've got video content that explains how all of this works, but the pipeline section is a brilliant way for you to look at your potential revenue moving forward. Okay. We've also got a calendar section here. So this is where if you've got tasks that you've set up to follow up on a particular account or a prospect, you can just simply click on it, and you can see here in the top right, the business name. You can see what the task is. And actually, if you want to move the task along, you can do that by simply hitting the drop-down calendar. So it's a great way to manage your diary, especially when you're either prospecting, or if you're building a demo app, or if you're waiting for somebody to come back to you, you can even set up reminders here. The other thing that we've got within the Sales and Success Center is a My Meeting section. And the My Meeting section is essentially a free online scheduler. So to put this into perspective, you have products like Calendly, and you have products like Setmore, which could charge you anywhere between £15 to £25 per month to offer an online scheduler. With our system, you get this for free. It's natively built in. So for example, I've taken Richard's 15-minute schedule a meeting link here, and Richard can email this out to anybody, and they can then go ahead and book something into his diary from here. The beautiful thing about this is that you can set up various different meeting types. You can set up a 15-minute meeting, 30-minute meeting, 60-minute meeting. You can see all your scheduled events at the bottom. And actually what you can also do is that you can connect this to your Google Calendar, so you can make sure that there aren't any conflicts. And that works really well. You can also integrate Zoom in here, and there's a whole bunch of other settings that you can go through. It's a really, really powerful system. And like I said, that's provided for free within the Sales and Success Center.
That was really nice. That when you booked that meeting, I got an email and it was all really nicely crafted out. It had all the Zoom link and everything all already in there.
Absolutely.
You didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. And it sends the file so that you can add it to your calendar, so you have a reminder in Outlook or whatever service you're using, similar to any other booking scheduler. Within your Sales and Success Center, you also have a proposal section. So what we've got is our proposals for apps, proposals for sites and SEO. And then we've got a whole bunch of additional proposals that you can modify and customize for your particular prospects. And when you send out a proposal, so we can see here that a proposal is being sent out to me. Literally, all you do is you just click Add, create a new proposal. And if I just click on this, you can see that a proposal is being sent to me. If I click View Proposal, the beautiful thing about this is that as the prospect, I can preview the proposal online through a URL. So it's not a PDF, it's not a Word document, and I can go through and I can see what the proposal is. And what I can also do is I can add some comments here. So price is too low. I know that's funny because they never say that, but I'm going to say that anyways. Price is too low, and that comment is now being added. If at any time as the prospect, I could even approve the proposal directly from here. Now, what happens in the Sales and Success Center is that if I refresh this, you can see here Zach's proposal. Now it's marked as feedback being received. And because I'm already in here, what would normally happen is that there would be an email notification that's been sent to Richard to say that somebody's fed back on that particular proposal. So it's a really beautiful way to manage the proposals that you're sending out to your customers all from one place. And they're super easy to set up. You simply click plus and you go through. And I've got really detailed video tutorials on how this is all done. So one of the biggest things about our system is that whilst we have got a great CRM, we've got email marketing automation, we've got the snapshot reports that we can generate, and we can also see which leads are hot because we're tracking everything that the customer is doing. One of the biggest things that we do is that if you recall, when Richard created that first account, he activated 5 free products. Just to kind of reiterate this, these were the 5 free products he activated. Now, the question is, well, how can a business access those products? So if I go into the business center for a business here, so Basingstoke District Young Care. So actually, Richard has got Basingstoke as a...
Can I just add there, Zach, is that you don't have to do anything to activate these 5 free products. They'll all be done by default. All you've got to do is create the account.
Yeah, exactly. So every single prospect that you target will have access to their own dedicated business center for free. And the business center is this one-stop shop where they can find everything that they need for their local business. So the first thing is within the business center is that you'll see the 5 free products that have been activated. And they can start using these products today. So I'll give you an example. If I go into social marketing, and I'm now pretending that I'm Basingstoke Carers, what I can do is I can compose a message. I can send it out to LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And this is the paid version. The free version, you can only market to Google Business Profile and also Facebook. The paid version, you can send to a lot more networks. And the business owner can then start promoting their services or sending out messages on all of the social networks from one place. They can add some media here if they want. They can upload videos or images. Or actually, we've got a royalty-free image library that they can grab content from. They can even throw in some GIFs if they like. And what they can also do is that they can send this out straight away to all of their social networks, or they can schedule this to go out at some point in the future. Now, I'm not actually going to give you a tutorial on all of the various different products. What I wanted you to get a sense of here is that these 5 products are really high value products. They're probably worth over £1,000 per year for that business. They don't cost you a penny, and they don't cost the business a penny unless you choose to charge the business for the free versions. And by the way, if you want to, you can do that. But by default, we give you an unlimited number of products to distribute to prospects that you're targeting. Now, the other great thing about this business center is that the business owner can access a dedicated store. And in this store, they can see all the products you're offering. So now you started the conversation, and instead of saying, here, I want to sell you an app, give me some money, you're saying, I'm going to give you some free products, and we're going to start off the conversation where this is just a fabulous lead magnet, and they're now responding. They can come in here and they can have a look at your mobile app product. They can watch a video overview. They can download a brochure. They can access some case studies. They can read about it. And we've spent some time crafting out these profiles for mobile apps. There's some FAQs here at the bottom as well. And if they're interested, they can hit contact sales. And this is where your contact details will come up. And when they contact sales and send that message, you will get that notification in your inbox. So that's super cool. And we've done this for all of the products. So if you're selling websites to local businesses, and if one of them is interested in e-commerce, as an example, they could click on the e-commerce profile. And when they do, again, they can download some brochures. They can see that they can sell their products on Instagram, eBay, Google Shopping, Amazon. That sounds really amazing. They can scroll down, and again, they can place an inquiry with you. So we've done this for all of our core products, which is app sites, SEO, business copywriting, and also the 5 free products that we're giving to you without any cost, which in turn you can give to your prospects without any cost. If they do want to upgrade one of these, so let's say social marketing, if they want to upgrade one of these, they can click on Social Marketing Pro, and they can say, right, okay, what's this about? They can find out a little bit more. And again, they can contact you to find out more, and you'll get that email notification. The final thing about this business center that you can give to every single one of your prospects is that what they can also do is they can set up some connections. Now, in the connections settings, they can add their Facebook page, their Google Analytics, the Google Search Console, the Google Business Profile. If they're using QuickBooks, which is an accounting software, it's probably one of the most popular ones out there, they can connect up their QuickBooks into here as well. When they do this, they can see all of their data from all of these various different platforms consolidated into one place. They don't have to have multiple logins to find out all of the data that they're looking to access. It's all done in one place. Now, granted, there'll be some businesses out there where they may not be that savvy with their digital profiles. You know, there may be a one-man business and they don't need something like this, granted, and we agree that there are businesses out there like that. But there's lots of businesses out there that do have a Google Business Profile, that do have Google Analytics, that do have a Facebook page, and they could really benefit from bringing all of this in. And like I mentioned earlier, this is all free for every single one of your accounts that you bring on. So hopefully you can see the value in what we've got here. Oh, and there's one last thing as well. I showed you how people can book meetings with Richard through his own meeting scheduler. Every single business that you prospect to gets their own meeting scheduler for free. I think we just have to enable it for this one, Richard. So I'll enable it at some point.
Feedback on that, Zach, Klamnani actually said this is also really a great tool for clients. So I think he's got some feedback that he'll be able to give us on that at the end.
100%. You can go to a business and say, look, you can go to Calendly and you can pay £25 per month, or you know what, I'm going to give you one for free. This has not been configured. That's why we're seeing this right now. You can see up at the top where you're going through and setting all of this up.
Yeah.
But the business scheduler is a fabulous tool. Immediately, that's worth a few £100s per year to any business. Again, you're giving it to them for free. So this is such an amazing conversation starter and such a fabulous way to position yourself and get you at the very top of that vendor list when you're talking to local prospects. Hopefully you can see the value in what we've got here. There's a lot more that I'm not going to go into, but I think the essence of what I've gone through today should give you an idea of the value behind all of this. So I'm going to pass you back to Richard now, and he's just going to touch on some of the training content that we've put together to help you get started with our new solutions.
Thanks, Zach. Thanks for that presentation. And Klangnadi, can I just get you on very quickly to just share your feedback on that meeting scheduler for clients before we move on? If you're there.
I'm here.
There you are. Hey.
No. I was just saying that it's also actually quite helpful because there are quite some clients who also actually need a scheduler. And even if, and actually, even if you offer it and where they can pay for it, it's actually can be much less than what they're going to get anywhere else on the internet.
So have you found that that alone has opened up additional conversations for you?
Well, yeah. So I've got especially with guys who are like startups. So I've got this one lady who does massages and she's got a startup, but she's still like scheduling off WhatsApp. And so it's quite easy. So that's going to be the kind of thing where I get her onto the online business center and then she uses that first. And then we can talk later on about different things, but at least she'll be using it in an ongoing way.
Absolutely. Perfect, thanks. So I'll maybe get a bit of feedback off a couple more of you shortly. If I can just share my screen here again. So in terms of the training, we've obviously put all this stuff into the academy for you. Sean, did you have a question? You've got your digital hand up there, and Kenny, you've got your digital hand up. Maybe if I can just finish this bit off, gents, and then I'll come to some questions at the end.
Yeah, let's go through the Q&As at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of the training, we've created, Zach's headed this up. We've created some amazing videos. So we've got 3 different showcases here that I'm going to share with you. So I'm just going to drop this straight into the chat like so. So we've got a showcase specifically on the snapshot report. So you can see there's a full series of 9 videos from every single section, as well as kind of managing that report on a per client basis and kind of grooming it to suit those particular prospects. And we've got the sales and success center. So this is the overview to start with, and then those elements in more detail of what Zach's just gone into. So whereas we did a sort of 4 or 5 minute overview of creating accounts, you've got a 15-minute kind of tutorial there on all the different sections within that. You've got the business center introduction, pipeline overview, my meetings and setting that up, or creating orders. So that was if a client wants to upgrade to a pro version, how do you do that? Managing those proposals and the email marketing in there as well. And then we move on to the kind of local business online toolkit, which is your 5 freemium products that you can give to clients within that business center. So you can see there we've got the 5 products, and each one of those ranges between about 8 minutes and 15 minutes. But again, amazing depth, really, really good detail, and just done in a way that you can just watch it and absorb it and practice it really easily. But actually, you can probably give these to your customers as well as tutorial videos.
Absolutely.
And I have found these amazing, Zach. I've already shared some of these with clients because it takes away a huge amount of legwork from you guys, a huge amount of knowledge that you're going to need to have in order to teach this kind of stuff. You can just say, okay, well, if you're interested, I've got some really nice tutorial videos. If you can take 10 or 20 minutes or 30 minutes out just to watch these and see if you're interested. It's funny, actually, I got a message last night from a guy who was originally interested when I first started playing with the Sales and Success Center. And he's come back to me and said, oh, I'm so sorry for not getting back to you. I was originally looking for an ambassador business to kind of get a discount and for me to do some testing on. And he said, I know it's probably too late now, but if you're still looking for an ambassador, I said, to be honest, I've got a few businesses already working with me on that. However, I will do you a favorable rate if you're looking for a package. I've got some great tutorial videos now that I could share with you if you're looking to see where the benefits lie for these products. He said, yeah, absolutely. Email me over the videos. And this is beautiful because I can just take 2 or 3 of these videos that I think are going to work for him. And he takes 20, 30 minutes out and he comes back and says, yeah, I love the sound of that reputation management or whatever. Let's do it. So I find that a really, really powerful tool, and this one especially for my clients. So you can.
Have you got the help desk as well, Richard?
I have, yeah. Sorry.
It is. No, I'll tell you what it is. It's sales.easy-business.com.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to do this for 1 second and go sales and success there. Sorry, my apologies. I took the wrong one.
Sales.easy-business.com.
Apologies.
That's it.
Yeah, so we've built a whole sales help desk here around detailed articles on all of those 5 products. So the local business toolkit here, you can see in the middle. What that does is, let's take Listing Builder, for example. You've got the embedded video that Zach's made in those showcases that I just brought up. And then you've also got a kind of detailed screenshot version. If you want to just kind of focus on that, that's totally up to you. Some people prefer the videos, some people prefer the kind of walkthroughs. So that's totally your choice. So we've got the business online toolkit, you've got the business center, and all the kind of Q&As and everything in there. And you've got the sales and success center as well. So just like the other help desk centers that we've got, you do have a search tool that you can just go in there and you can type in, social, for example, and then you've got all the kind of recommended articles there. So in terms of you guys setting up for having these products, I think one of the first things you should do is update your partner bookmarks. So what I've done is, because we've moved a few things around on the Academy as well. So we've done a couple of new sets of partner bookmarks, depending on whether you are an Easy Apps licensee or whether you're a full pivot licensee. So if you just go across into your share file, I'll just show you where they both are. Obviously, if you're not a full pivot licensee, then you won't see the full pivot resources within here. So if you're an Easy Apps licensee, you're just going to go into your members resources, hit your Easy Apps resources there. You'll see the favorite links folder is there. And then you just go into partner bookmarks and download the new partner bookmarks 6th of the 10th. If you're not sure, if you can't remember how to install those bookmarks, just follow the PDF instructions there. And then we've done the same for full pivot as well. If you're a full pivot partner, you're just going to go into your full pivot resources and you'll see similarly, we've got links and you've got your partner bookmarks in there in the same way, and an accompanying importing document as well.
I think we've got Dominic with us as well, Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with us here, Dominic?
Have we got?
Yes, I've got 2 screens and my mouse was on the wrong bloody screen. Sorry. I'm here.
So yeah, we've had a very small group of partners that we've been working with to iron out little kinks in the system along the way prior to launch, just so we can get it all out to you guys in a really good condition, ready to push everyone forward. Dominic and Klangnani, we had a couple of other guys also in that group. Just hoping to get a bit of feedback from you on how it's been going. and how it's helped you open up additional conversations and hopefully make some extra money on those pro products.
Yeah, so for me, it's been a really good way of actually reopening conversations with clients that or leads that had gone dead. So run snapshot reports for these leads, sent them out, and it's literally just they've come back to me the next day, got them engaged. I have to say, I love it when they've opened a link, that your email campaign's working. And also what's really good is it gives you a good excuse to phone them up and say, oh, how are you getting on? So I found it a really useful tool to start engaging with people. The booking system is brilliant. I'm using it myself. I've had a few clients go, oh my God, your booking system's really slick. Now I know I can promote that to them as well. And yeah, a couple of clients have now signed up to pro versions. So going to get busy working with them. So for me, it's a brilliant tool set. It really helps you to engage. The proposals template is brilliant. It really speeds up producing proposals for clients. Absolutely brilliant. Wish I'd had that last year. Yeah, no, great tool set. The one thing I will say is look at the videos. The videos really do help you understand the platform. But yeah, I love it.
Thanks, Tom.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I think because there's so much depth to these products, it's really important that you watch and rewatch all of those videos, just so you guys can become an expert. I'm just going to reiterate what Dom's saying there. I've done the videos a lot, as I'm sure Dom has, and it just makes you feel so much more comfortable when you're talking about those elements of the snapshot report, or when you're looking at the benefits of the business center, because without those videos taking you through all the pro versions and all the benefits in the business center, you don't know what those benefits are, because you can only sign someone up for a free version, and you can okay, well, what additional benefits is there for this customer signing up to pro? So yeah, just get on those videos as soon as you can, guys. And
I'm gonna be sending out an email with those showcases. Look, all those videos are actually in our online academy.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not saying, look, we're taking you out of the academy and sending you these showcases. But I think because all of you are existing partners, if we just get the showcases over to you as quick as we can, you can just dip in and out of them whenever you want. Predominantly, all of our content will be getting pushed through the academy. But I think, Richard, is it worth asking if anybody's got any questions or any feedback on what we've been through today?
I'd actually just like to try and hear a bit more from Klangnani before we go into the Q&As, because Klangnani, I know you've been, apart from not to put you on the spot or anything, but I know apart from the meeting scheduler, I know you've been quite active with using the system. So how have you found it? How have you found it so far?
I found it very good, actually. I in particular, so yes, the snapshot reports and it being linked up with the email campaign. I think it's hugely beneficial, especially because you might be dealing with a lot of people, so you can be able to have a conversation and then you send out that email, then it's just playing in the background.
Yeah.
It's great, and then you just pick up on it at the right time when the lead is kind of like hot. And even if somebody's not buying now, just like the ability to have that like ongoing, almost like touch base relationship with them, until such time as they're ready, because then you always remind them that you're there, so you can almost like change that from time to time.
I totally agree.
And we've got automated campaigns that you might not even be aware of, Klangnani. So in the background, the executive report email goes out to them every week, and the executive report is the information that comes from the business center, when they've connected their accounts, and they get that update every week from you.
Yeah. So that's
really
actually it's really good, because at the point when they're ready, it's easier actually to make a sale from them, because they know that you've been around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I would just kind of echo that. I mean, it's funny how you'll see those flames die down or whatever, and then they'll pop back up, and then they'll go away and they'll pop back up. And it's these clients are obviously continually engaging over weeks and weeks and weeks. And if you've sent out a campaign and it's ran its course for a month and they signed up for the business center, but they haven't connected their accounts, you just go, okay, well, let's get a little bit more interaction with this client and let's send them out another campaign about, hey, you've got access to the business center, you haven't connected your accounts, here's how to do it. And that will then just drip feed over for another month. And like Clangnana said, whenever they're ready, they'll contact you or they'll click something and you'll be able to know when to contact them.
The email campaigns also work post-sale. So what we plan on doing is creating email campaigns for once somebody's app goes live. So the app goes live, you just go into the system and you hit start. And it's a great way, it'll remind them how to get their app downloaded, how to send out, how to promote it, and just different videos and content that will be useful for them. So I think there's a lot of things that we can do now with the system, now the architecture is in place. And we can do that with SEO and we can do it with sites as well.
I think that'll be invaluable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I think we had a couple of questions. So Tony, you got your finger up. You're off mute, so go for it.
Yeah, thanks. Just very briefly, I'm just trying to work out if I misunderstood something here. Zach, you're talking about the fact that all of this stuff is free and available, and obviously there's charges for using the features, but the actual platform is free. And in one of my emails last week, there was something about saying sign up for the 4-month free trial.
Okay, let me clarify this for you, Tony. That's a really, really good point. So we're charging you £30 per month. Guys, I'm telling you, it's a steal. Okay, it's the biggest bargain of your life. It's £30 per month. You can barely get a meeting scheduler that's slightly less than that, and you get everything baked into this. But also on that £30 per month, we're including 5 snapshot reports per month. So that's 60 over the course of the year that you can generate for free without any additional cost. You can buy additional bundles of snapshot reports if you want, and they are in our new price list. So I'll just very, very quickly show this to you without going in too deep. This new price list is going to be distributed soon. So those people who have signed up for the Sales and Success Center have already got this price list. The new version obviously covers the local business online toolkit. But if I go down to the very last page, you'll see here that additional snapshot reports. So an additional bundle of 5 is £20. That's wrong. My apologies. It's £10 per month. Oops, I'll edit that. Okay, so it's £10 per month. So yeah, so that's the cost to you, Tony. And beyond that, you're not getting charged for the meeting scheduler. You're not getting charged for the email marketing. You're not getting charged for the unlimited business centers you can set up for your customers. You're not getting charged for the 5 free products that you can give to 1,000 customers in your area. They're all inclusive within that cost.
So I did want to get some feedback off Mash, but I didn't realize, I didn't see him in the meeting, so he didn't spring to mind. He's just said he's got to shoot off for the school run, but that's okay.
So Barbara's asked about a payment gateway, or does a meeting scheduler have the option to collect payments? No, it doesn't, Barbara. It's just a meeting scheduler where people can book meetings in with you. I know that with the likes of Setmore, you can have payments through a gateway, but with this is just a meeting scheduler.
Just
for you and for your customer, they can have a meeting scheduler as well for free.
Yeah, okay. I'm just got someone at the moment who wants to have online bookings for training sessions, and they're not sure if they want to take payments for it. So I'm thinking, should I suggest this? But if they want to take payments, then
Ist der Monat schon wieder
sorry.
Ist der Monat schon wieder
Let's mute Michael.
Michael's talking to somebody else.
Right. Yeah, you might need a third party for that if you're taking payments through there, Barbara.
Okay.
Sean, should we do you next? I know you've been waiting patiently there.
All right. Hi, everyone. Okay, Richard, my question is like, when we log into sales and marketing center, then we have to go through the business center through the same screen, or we have to log in different screen for business center?
I can show you that quickly if you want.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, just let me go back into my...
Whilst Richard is logging in and bringing it up on his screen, Sean, you can send an invite to a customer directly from here, where they would get an email to log into their business center. But you can also access their business center. Richard can show you this.
Yeah, so if we click on this account here, Charlie Miller, now when we create a contact at the early stages of creating the account, you can choose to either make them a contact or a user. Now, the difference is a contact can receive email marketing and a user gets an automatic invite to the business center. So they'll get a login to that. Now, we can do that by just going down to the contact section. You can see there, Yvonne is a user, but we'd click the drop down menu. There'll be a button in here to say upgrade to user, and you just click that button, they get an invite. Now,
if you click on the 3 dots, you can resend an invite to her.
Yeah, yeah. So we can go in there and just go resend welcome email, but she's already got that. So as the partner, you can access any of your customers' business centers very, very easily. All you do is just go in there into the account and click here on the executive report. That then takes you in to the customer's business center here. So like Zach went in and showed you the Basingstoke Carers business center, he just kind of went in the same way.
Okay.
It just saves you from having to log into everybody's business center, because there may be cases, Sean, where you might be doing stuff for them in here for a fee. You'll say, look, we've got your business center, and the guy says, well, or the girl says, well, I'm too busy right now. And you say, well, do you know what? I can get some of this stuff done for you, and I'm going to charge you X. And they'll say, okay, go ahead and do it. You've got a one-click login without username or password.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. And sorry, my second question is like, we can on sales and marketing center, we can create the account like, by the business type of business, or we can just Google anything like.
Yeah, you do. You just click on general search instead of specific search. So I'll just show you that one more time. So all you're going to do is go into, if we just go to accounts. So as before, you're going to go into your Sales and Success Center, click create an account.
Create again.
And instead of doing specific, you're just going to go to general and type in, Jim in Peterborough or whatever it is. It will just pull it up like that, and then you'll get the whole list to choose from here. All you do is then click continue, and it pulls in that account data.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you, Richard.
Okay, no problem. So another question there from Kenny. Kenny, can I just get you into unmute?
Resident in South Africa. The keyword suggestions or planning, are they coming from businesses around South Africa, or they are coming from the global market itself?
So it should, I think, take it from South Africa. I mean, Kleinani would be a good representation of that, because he's been running snapshot reports in South Africa already. And Kleinani, are you still there? Is he gone? I'm not sure if we've lost him or not.
It does. You can search on business categories. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So when you pull in the account data, it will obviously be running. It will know obviously the location, the country, and that kind of stuff. So it will be running the relevant data from that.
Yeah, I picked up in South Africa. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, sometimes some businesses don't pick up, then you just add it manually.
And that's generally down to their online presence. If they haven't got a correct Google business profile, or if they haven't got a vanity link for something, the snapshot report might overlook those particular points. So there is an option to update it manually. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to actually get some feedback from some of the people who have been here today on what we're rolling out.
Do you know what I'm keen to know, Zach? Has anybody just gone for it and gone on to the academy and watched any of the videos since we put them up?
Yeah, Tony has. Simon is nodding his head.
Good stuff.
Started, but just been by the time I've watched 1 or 2.
Good.
Yeah, I've watched quite a few actually.
Yeah, I think even if you can if you can sit just for a couple of hours, it will put you in a really good position, to be confident with this going forward. It is. I really feel that we had these amazing 3 core products, but this is like a whole different ball game, and it really has been a game changer for me, who's got a full-time job and have been firing out a few email campaigns and stuff like that in the evenings, 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night sometimes, and I'm still getting all this engagement and I'm still, having people contacting me about upgrading to Pro, and it's just opening up these conversations for me. So I'm sure it's going to be the same for you guys as well.
Yeah. Any other
quick one? Can we set, Richard? Can we set ourselves up as so we can use it for obviously the posts?
Only if you are using your own brand.
Right.
If you're white labeling, you can do.
Okay.
Any other questions or anything? Anybody got some feedback at all on the session today? Ashley? Just get you to
I just wanted to ask on the campaigning, and I've noticed if you want to send out a campaign to one of your clients, and I think, sorry, I'm just trying to get the campaign, well, the Eazi-Business I've opened, not the CMS, sorry, the sales center. Sorry, I've lost it. Hold on, I've got it all.
Should we let you find it and then circle back to you?
Yeah,
so you're not under pressure.
That's right. I mean, just while you're doing that, if you guys are getting stuck into this as soon as possible and you're watching the videos, if you've got any questions, the usual support channels still apply. So just drop an email into support@eazi-business.com, or just go onto the academy and just do the live chat. We're all here to kind of help you get really to an expert level on this stuff.
But do check the help desk first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because there's a lot of content there, guys. We've spent a lot of time on that help desk. In fact, Richard has specifically gone through every single article. We spent a lot of time on the videos that I've created. There's over 25 videos. I cannot begin to tell you how much time and effort has gone into that, but it's there to help you self-learn. And I think it's important to make sure you've got that core learning mechanism in place for you.
If you learn everything on the videos, you will be a master at this. So do it. Yeah.
Go on.
Hi, yeah, sorry, man. I hope not to be too granular because I've obviously used the system quite a bit. So the email campaigns are great with the snapshot reports combined, but I know that obviously there's going to be also other emails which are going to be built in, which necessarily don't always have the snapshot reports in them. So for instance, the websites ones and the mobile apps one have got no snapshot report elements.
Right. Okay.
But could I please ask that if we can, even fairly quicker than when other emails going to be rolled out, is the SEO one. It has one part of it which has got the snapshot reports, and it's the second email. If we can actually just change that one, because that allows at least partners to really do campaigns without necessarily, quickly exhausting all the snapshots.
So we pulled this one into the snapshot report here. From the snapshot report, we pulled a grading in from.
Yes.
Okay, so you want a version of this where without utilizing the snapshot report scoring.
100%. That way, at least the three core products, you're still able to, when you're still trying to build up a lead and get them to know the idea of what SEO is, we can always still at least use those.
We can do that. I'll get that done quite quickly for you.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan actually with SEO. What I personally find is that the snapshot report goes into really good detail, but not as much detail as an SEO audit. So if you've got somebody who is interested in SEO, you do a proper SEO audit and you'll get a lot more granular data to sell an SEO strategy to them.
In fact, I would prefer that, for instance, like that one there, to just offer an SEO audit, because that's the easiest way. Then you can actually just do that.
Okay.
That might be a good shout. Yeah.
All right, we can do that. I'll change that to, or maybe not even change it. We'll create another version. So for those who want to use it. So what we want to do is we want to just keep adding to this. And we'll add based on what you guys come back with.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions?
And yeah, Ashley's, I think, sorted now.
Yeah, sorry, I found my question. I think Slangani actually went through, Slanganani, and went through the question quite well for me, and he found exactly what I was looking for, except it was on number 2, the acquisition, the local business online toolkit adoption campaign. Sorry, I'm very new at this. Obviously, I'm a few days in, but I've been promoting this online local business online toolkit, and I wanted to send a campaign out to certain clients, but I can't because I haven't done a snapshot report for them. But do we have to utilize all of our snapshot reports before we send out that campaign?
Well,
that campaign is built around the snapshot report.
Okay, understandable.
So you want to run a snapshot report first. Remember, the snapshot report will take 24 hours to compile all that data, Ashley.
Should we have
on some of these campaigns, it does the first email, the first event will give a breathing space of 24 hours, and then event 2 will be the first email. For those that don't, just keep that in mind. Okay, we are getting a bit granular, but yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Oliver?
you.
Oliver's got a question.
Yeah, thanks. I posted this one in the chat as well, but so just ignore that one. If someone has multiple locations, like I have a client that has 10 different locations, do I need to set up for each or prospect each individual location, or will it compile the data into one?
Yeah, you'll need to set up multiple accounts, I believe.
Okay, even though, like for example, their Google business profiles are per store, but their social channels are just one.
I see what you mean. I can answer this. What happens is, who said that? Sorry,
Oliver.
It's Oliver.
Oliver. Okay, so really, really good question. So what happens, Oliver, is that when we are running the snapshot report on any individual business, first of all, most of that business, that business data is taken from Google My Business, or the Google Business Profile. That's what it's called now. And then what happens is that data is considered to be the anchor data. And then what happens is when the system goes and it crawls the net, and it pulls in their reviews and their listings and their SEO and their websites, it's comparing everything against that anchor data. Okay. So for that reason, if you've got a business that's got multiple locations with multiple addresses, unless I'm mistaken, you've got to have a separate one for each. But do you know what, Richard? We just have to double check that, because I know that there's a solution around this now, I believe, but that's from what we've been through, that's the way it works.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
Currently. Okay. My next question is, if there's more than one, like I just brought on a contractor, so is for my business or for each individual to access the system?
It's for you, as Zach said. So if you wanted to have another SSC login with all that stuff again, then it would be chargeable.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
So it's per individual.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, got it. And my last question is on the snapshot report. You mentioned, I think it was £10 for every 5 reports. Is it £10 per month? Mm-hmm. So once a client gets a snapshot report, I'm continued to be charged monthly.
Can I grab this one?
You can, yeah. Okay.
So you've got 5 inclusive snapshot reports per month.
Okay.
Now, you only really want to be using that as a conversation starter. So you generate a snapshot report for a client that expires after 7 days. You can still see the data, but you don't really want to be using the snapshot report later on. So that is the conversation starter. You then kind of move that client naturally onto the business center, because the business center, in there, you've got the executive report. Now that is showing metrics over time, and that there's no cost or anything for that. So you'd really only be running one snapshot, one time per client. And if you wanted to do more than 5 per month, then you can buy an additional bundle, and that's £10 per month for 5 additional per month. But after that, let's say you've got your £30 standard per month, you buy an extra £10 a month of bundle, so it's £40 a month. That then gives you 10 snapshot reports per month. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm clear. So let's say it's $2 or £2 a report.
Yeah.
It's just a one-time fee, right? I don't get charged £2 every single month.
No.
No, okay.
No.
And do they roll over? So if I buy a package but I don't use them all, they don't
They
roll
don't.
over. Okay.
They don't roll over.
Okay. So I need to, if I buy 5, I need to use 5 that
You want
month.
to
So
be using
be
them.
planning.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
You want to be using
Okay.
them. And
Yeah,
Richard
you
made a
get-
point about the snapshot report expiring after 7 days. I don't think that's the right word to use. The snapshot report it collects information on that business at a moment in time.
Yeah, exactly. That's good.
Okay, so the snapshot is exactly what it is. Today I ran a snapshot, and in this moment in time, this is how your business is looking online. Now, that snapshot report, you will have access to that same snapshot report a year from now.
Yeah.
It might not be accurate because they could have made some changes. But like Richard said, the snapshot report is all about starting a conversation and then moving them over to the business center. Make sense?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's nearly 3:30, so I mean, I think we should probably wrap it up there for today. We're going to be doing loads more kind of partner sessions on this. It will progressively get a little bit more granular, I think. But I think from the session today, if you guys can update your partner bookmarks or at least save, those 3 showcases that I put in the chat, get stuck into those or go onto the academy and watch the courses there. Get stuck into them as soon as you can. Have a little look at the sales help desk.
Thank you,
everyone,
everybody.
joining
Thanks for
today.
turning up today.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye-bye.